You got to really, this y'all thing for him to introduce, man, and y'all, you know.
It's my boy Rohan, man. It's my defense attorney, man. He actually wanted to come on the platform tonight and holler at us about this bond situation that's going on in Harris County, man.
Right on.
It's something we all need to hear, man. You want to go ahead and enlighten us on that, bro?
Absolutely. So, in the news, right, more or less, you'll see certain individuals sit there and say, well, look, people getting out on low bonds, right? People getting out on bonds. All these judges are essentially just letting everybody out on bond. They don't care about anybody anymore, this and that, this and that.
Right.
But statistically speaking, right, at the end of the day, if you look at the bonds, right, the judges that are on the bench right now are doing higher bonds than what the Republicans were doing. Let me just be straight. Let me just be upfront with you. At the end of the day, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. But lo and behold, these Democrats are doing higher bonds, right? Lo and behold, the problem ends up being, right, these bonding companies don't care anymore, right? Bonding companies, they used to ask for 10%, right? They used to ask for 10%, but now they're taking 2%, 1%, 2% just to get people out. So they're hurting for money.
Right.
They're hurting for money right now. You see what I'm saying? So the judges are doing their job, right? Judges doing their job, but at the end of the day, it's the bonding companies, right? I don't believe in bonds. I don't think there should be a bail system in and of itself, a cash bail system, right?
Right.
It shouldn't go based upon, hey, you know what? You got 30,000. You have 3,000 to you, right? If you're presumed innocent, right? If you're presumed innocent, let me out. Go ahead, let me out, right? Now, if you pose a threat to society or a threat to the victim or a complaining witness, yeah, okay, let's hold on, right? Let's look at this, right? Right. But if you're presumed innocent, like the Constitution says, why should I pay my way out? You see what I'm saying? Why? I'm asking you.
I ain't gonna lie though, a lot of people, they probably gonna be upset with you. Right. The bond business.
Right, well, that's fine.
They'll be upset with you. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest on how you speaking and talking.
Yeah.
It was a do away with bonds. So not do away with bonds. If you basically, if you in the right, gonna let you out. But if you like a threat, meaning like you gonna cause bodily harm, you're a real threat. No, you know what I'm saying? Right. Let them sit in.
There's different ways, right? There's different ways. Let them out, put them on ankle monitor. There's different ways to assess that, right? They always sit there and say, well, we let them out on PR bond. PR bond means, hey, let them out for free, right? Let them out for free. They're not going to show up. They're going to run, right? They're going to run. That doesn't happen. Yeah, you have a little bit of outliers here and there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't happen. Statistically speaking, right, it's been done in different states, right? And they're implementing that over there in Chicago and things of that nature that are more progressive, right? It's not happening. We have to think about the fact that we're just going through COVID, right? People are going to commit crimes, allegedly commit crimes in and of itself, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't. You see what I'm saying? Why? So basically, it ends up being, let's just say you're in the county, you can't afford bond, right? At the end of the day, 30,000, okay? That's 3,000. You can't afford bond. If you had to pay the 10%, it'd be 3,000.
Right.
You can't afford it, right? Let's just say it's an ag assault, right? Ag assault, 2 to 20 case, right? 2 to 20 case itself. You're sitting there for 5-6 months, right? You missed out on your job. You missed out on your kids growing up. Everything, right? Everything's at a standstill, right? State comes in here, right? They mosey around. They look at, you want to go home today, basically, right? Basically, they told the defense attorney, we'll give him a misdemeanor, right? We'll give him a misdemeanor. Let him go home, right? What you gonna do?
Take 10 misdemeanor and go home.
Right? But the repercussions that you guys have or anybody has, right? The ones that are in the system, there's a lot of repercussions. So I'm saying people don't understand that. People don't understand that.
For sure.
At all.
For sure. Now, I feel you, man. Man, we'll be going back and forth all day with this shit, man, because what this country built on, man, with that type of shit, the legal system is so flawed. I just feel like, even past the bond system, like, how can somebody get served 30 years in prison for a crime they didn't commit and shit like that, bro? I feel like them type of things be disgusting, man. Like, it get under my skin when I see it. Just the whole legal system in America is broke to me.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, they've made adjustments to try to make it better, but when you build it off of no integrity, no type of morals, and just as a cash cow and just as a place of putting fear in people, man, it's like sickening, man. Sickening.
There's 3 things, right? At the end of the day, people just don't wake up and say, oh, I'm going to go commit this crime, right? At the end of the day, you have to look at 3 different things, right? Poverty, right? You got to look at drug addiction, right? You got to look at the fact that at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to do some mental health, right? Mental health in and of itself. There's 3 things. If we focus on that, right? Focus on that rather than just locking people up, right? 20 years, right? What do you expect him to do when he gets out on parole? You see what I'm saying?
Go back to the same thing.
You see what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna lie, like, just me growing up, you know what I'm saying, especially in Harris County, like, I ain't gonna say they wasn't giving people bond, because they was giving people bond, but I ain't gonna lie, it used to be way harder. It used to be way harder, you know what I'm saying, for what I feel, you know what I'm saying, from the situations I've been in, because being down there with people in the county and whatever, you know, you steady going back and forth to court, so it's like sitting up in there just watching, and you know what I'm saying, you got your situation, but you know, you talking to people going back and forth to court, and when you sitting behind the glass, it's a difference when you in the courtroom and then when you know what I'm saying, behind there. So the pressure back there and the pressure out there is two totally different things.
Totally
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's tricky, man, with the bond thing. I don't think it's nothing wrong, me personally, because you know, you giving a person the opportunity to go home. But like you say, I feel, you know what I'm saying, hey, if you because you got some motherfuckers that belong to be in jail. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You do. Right. You got some people that's fucking over kids and old people, dry killing, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like, yeah, you supposed to be down there, you know.
Let me ask you something. Right now, Harris County, right now, 40% acquittal rate. Going to trial, 40% acquittal rate right now. Mind you, that's misdemeanors and felonies in and of itself.
Right.
50% dismissal rate. How long you have to wait for a dismissal? Year and a half.
Easy.
At least a year.
Easy.
Right. By that time, you're ready to cop out. All
right.
Let me do something. Let me get out the way.
And then the process, see, this the process of you waking up way earlier than what you doing. So it's a mental thing. You know, if they got you waiting here, waiting there, it's just like processing, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to court though. Yeah. So by the time you doing this and then they setting you off, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time you go back to court, that whole little process right there will drive a motherfucker to go on sign.
It'll drive you crazy.
To do what you really don't want to do, you know what I'm saying?
My worst thing, right, is basically going in with the yellow reset paper into the back. I'd rather the bailiffs go bring it up to him.
Right,
the bailiffs go bring it to him, right?
That reset, you know for sure, so you got a hot 30. You know what I'm saying? Or unless they trying to play ball with you and they do like, all right, look, we going 2 weeks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, man, that at the end of the day, man, it's so tricky. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the bond thing, because you know, everybody want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that's when it comes to what people vote for. I guess, you know what I'm saying, and who you vote for. You know what I'm saying? Who you putting in this chair, who you putting in that chair, type shit. I guess that play a lot into it too. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know who to put into the spot, you can't really complain because you wasn't trying to pay attention anyway. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But we have to take in consideration, Houston in of itself, right, has 2.3 million people. Okay, right. Have 55,000 felonies pending. Okay, right now, 55,000. Damn. Right. So at the end of the day, you think that's a lot?
Yeah. You
think that's a lot?
Not compared to the amount of people, but it's a lot.
It's a lot of cases.
But that ain't a lot according to the population, though.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So let's just say it's always outliers, right? At the end of the day, these are 1.2%, 2% of the population, more or less, that we're dealing with, right? At the end of the day, why not just help them somehow, right? Some people need help. Some people need to be, right? It's retribution, punishment, right? There's two different things going on, right?
Exactly.
But it's where you lie, right? Throwing away somebody for 20, 30 years, they're going to come back and reoffend. Let's be honest. You think they would stop. You can't.
I mean, on some, going to the penitentiary, right? So you got people that's sitting around, you know, because this is what you got to always understand about when you go to the penitentiary. Whatever you was doing, you know what I'm saying, before you went to the penitentiary, I don't give a damn if that shit was in 82. They gonna remember that shit like it was yesterday.
Yes.
And so that's the last shit that you was doing and on your mind. So it don't matter the time span. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter the time span that you do. It's gonna be it really take the person to really like change their way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You know what I'm saying? You have. It's like you have to, because if not, you're gonna be really stuck.
It's gonna be a reoccurring
where you
thing.
was at. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say nobody's giving you a job.
Right.
Because of your criminal history. You paid your debt to society.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to hire you. What you gonna do? You got 3 kids at the house.
You gonna revert back to what you know.
What you gonna do?
Right.
It's hard. It's perspective, right? At the end of the day,
I think it's totally perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, everybody got a chance and a choice every day.
True.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? A chance and a choice. Either you gonna take the chance or you gonna make the choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we be at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just a chance and a choice. It's all on you. You know what I'm saying? You left or the right.
For sure.